sorry about that.
No problem.
Yes, so here's our little conference sheet. So this will kind of keep us on track. So first, I just want to talk about academics with Joe. He was really, really awesome. It seems like learning just kind of comes easy to him. He's always willing to participate in my class, does well, raising his hand, things like that. What I mean by he keeps me on my toes is he really just advocates for himself, and not just for himself, but for others too. What about you, Miss Daly?
Yes, he's very confident. In my class, he speaks his mind. He's like a natural born leader, I think. Sorry. He's really good at standing up for himself. And he works well independently.
Yes, he does.
Great.
So following directions, he does really good about that. Homework, he does awesome with his homework. You guys do a great job of making sure he gets that done at home. He works independently well and cooperates with everything. He's good in that way. Just some of the things that I think maybe we could address a little bit is just sometimes he has a hard time being respectful of others. Do you kind of maybe know what I'm talking about, or would you?
Well, like, what do you mean?
So sometimes when he is just engaging with other students, he just says things that may come off a little wrong to them, just kind of makes them feel just kind of bad about themselves. It just kind of makes other people get in their feelings. Just some of the things. I took some notes, just some chicken scratch notes that I had put down just because I knew you were going to ask me. So like on April Fool's Day, he said to a student, "Your mom is so fat she can't fit through the door." There was one day they were waiting for class to start, and he knocked his neighbor's stuff on the floor. Just things like that. Just little things like that.
Well, I mean, is there a reason why he's doing that? Like, did somebody hurl an insult at him? Because, you know, he's not going to just do that with unprovoked. You know, I've talked to him about, you know, we stand up for ourselves in our household. You know, I've taught him not to put up with anybody's bull, you know.
Yeah, and
nip it in the bud.
Yeah, and
they
that
won't do
shows.
that again. They won't do that again if he does, you know.
Yes, and
Like
yes,
that.
I noticed that too. He does do that. You know, if somebody does come at him in a way that he does not like, he is not opposed to standing up for himself. And I think that's great, because that is just a life skill he needs to have for all of his life. But there's kind of a fine line between sticking up for yourself and then just being disrespectful. And
Sorry.
yeah, no, go ahead.
No, in like my class, he's just like showing like repeated behaviors of like he's kind of insulting other students. Like what I've documented, he called another student stupid because they didn't finish their test on time. So that wasn't really the other student like engaging with him. It was just kind of, I think he was lining up for lunch and just kind of made that comment. And I think there's another time at recess, I think he got out during the game, and after that he told the student that he was going to beat them up. So it's just not like respecting his peers, I don't think.
Well, I mean, what is he supposed to do though if he's getting that first? Like, just take it, or because see, you're probably just hearing like him, you know, retaliating.
Right.
You're not hearing what started it.
Right. And,
So,
yeah, that's true too.
What about are you giving equal attention to the other person in that little scuffle, you know?
Yeah, and as his homeroom teacher, I have just tried to handle it in a way that was fair to everybody. I mean, I don't want Joe to feel like he's being attacked or that he's in the wrong for standing up for himself or anything like that. So it's not to the point that there has been like major repercussions for the things. I kind of handled it in a way that I felt just by redirecting him and hey, maybe let's try saying it like this, and really just trying to understand what happened first. So I just think it's to the point now where maybe if we just kind of addressed it in the beginning, was a little bit more proactive rather than late, to where I don't want Joe feeling like like you said, standing up for himself, but then also you have to be respectful in the same way. So if we could just be proactive in that and just find a way for us to help Joe kind of know what's appropriately how to respond when it comes to standing up for himself. I know I have thought about this, and I kind of have a plan that would kind of involve all of us. If you want to hear that, I can let you hear that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's just small things, like we said. So I came up with these behavior reflections that when something like this happens, I can include Joe, and I can also include the student who it was against. Just where I would kind of pull him to the side, we would talk about it, what happened, all that. I would have him draw or write what happened, get his story on here. How did he feel whenever this was happening? Who was affected? How can I make it right? And what is the better choice for next time? I think that this just gets him thinking about his behavior in more of a student-led redirection, like him putting down like, oh, this affected my classmates. And even just that would help him understand that I could have done something a little differently. So when he does these reflections, I would just have him take it home to you or mom, and you guys could just you could get some insight on what's going on, or maybe help me better understand how I can help Joe in these moments, and maybe just get the fuller story. Maybe he's more comfortable talking to you about it. And then I would just have you sign it, and we could go from there. That could be the first step, and maybe just kind of nipping it in the butt before it gets too far gone. And if this doesn't seem like something that you think is even going to help, we can try something different.
If you have any good ideas, what do you think?
Well, no, I mean, we can do that. Just as I'll talk to him and everything.
Yeah.
About it. We'll do it.
I just want us to feel like this is a team and we are all on Joe's side. I know we both see a lot in Joe, and we know that he has a lot of potential, and we just don't want this one thing to just hold him back from what he could do. So just any way that we can all work together to just help him be just a little bit better of a version than what he is. Be his best version.
Well, okay. Well, I think he is being his best version, but yeah, I mean, we'll do this and
I'm just hoping to get his interactions with his peers just more positive.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay, we'll do it.
Really, other than that, just some goals that I kind of wrote down for him was just working on those partnerships, just like Miss Daly said, just working on the interactions. And then again, thinking of other people's feelings, and then just going home and discussing it with mom and dad. Just kind of what he's feeling, how he's feeling about school, how he's feeling about his friends, and all of that. And you can reach out to us anytime if there's something that you feel like we need to know, or something that we need to know to help Joe, anything. You can reach out to me anytime. You have my email, anything for that.
Okay, yeah, we'll just have to have a talk. I mean, he's gonna have to reserve this for the football field, because he's really good at football.
Yes.
And, they get aggressive out there like they're supposed to. I'll talk to him. I'll help him see that that's different than, being in the class where he's supposed to be learning and all that.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want this affecting his learning. So
Because he does so well in reading writing, math,
Yeah.
science, everything. He's just
Everything looks great.
awesome. And he could really go far with the football
Yeah.
even. He just,
Yeah.
you gotta be coachable even, you know,
Yeah.
and, that's really important. So, other than that, Joe was really, really great. I think we can tackle this, no problem.
Okey doke.
Okay, do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't have any questions right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank you so much for coming.
All right.
And we appreciate your time and, we look forward to hearing from you.
Okay.
We could maybe schedule a,
Another meeting, like a follow-up?
yeah, and just to kind of see how things are going maybe in the next month or so, if you would be open to that.
okay, we'll do.
Okay, all right.
Thank you for
Thank
taking
you
the time
so
to meet with us.
much.
Thanks.
Okay, see you later.